Mid-90s FA Cup game against Arsenal. I think it was to take the lead, wasn't it? And we're underway. Sean Batt is there, the Batman, on the ball.
They got T. Palmer, not sure who he is. He wasn't on the list. Danny Shittu plays out from the back into the midfield and back to Danny Shittu again. Looks good to see him back here, to be honest. Tamer Hassan there, battling for the ball. It'll be a throw in to the London Lions. Danny Shittu with the ball. Knock that back in. Mark Phillips on an overlapping run. Tamer Hassan couldn't find him. He's won the ball back. Beard out wide to Sean Batt will pick the ball up here on the wide left. Mark Phillips again with an overlapping run, just couldn't find him. Mark Phillips often overlapping runs while he's was at Millwall. I can't remember many. I
don't remember him doing that when he was in his mid-20s, but to be fair, I know the game's only, literally 2 minutes, 3 minutes old already, but it's actually quite good to see how they're linking up quite well already, isn't it? I mean, the F2 haven't yet decided to stand on their head and flick the ball around half a dozen times, so I'm sure that's coming.
I'm quite surprised by the fact that already the pros, as they come forward there, the F2, it was the first time they got their foot on the ball to actually knock it about a bit. But it is a traditional Millwall Sunday. It's grey, it's wet, it's cold.
and we're sat by ourselves.
Yeah, that's about right. Mark Phillips here with the ball. Knocks it inside to Danny Shittu. Brings it out from the back. Danny Shittu going on a long run into the midfield here. With the London Lions number 9, who beats him twice.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what as well. I'll have to check my notes with which member of the F2 that was, but the F2 was considerably beaten there, wasn't he, by a simple drop of the shoulder?
Danny Shittu into the midfield. That was something you didn't say too often.
And he's walking back, to be fair to him. He's blown already.
Inside to Sean Batt. Finds again the number 9. Takes a touch, plays it back out. Palmer here with the ball. Big step over. Inside. Gary Alexander missed the ball there from Phillips.
Arguably a foul on Gary Alexander on the edge of the box there.
I think so.
Crap, possibly. Darren Ward coming over there. Well cut out, Waldy. He's still got it. I mean, look at the way he reads the game.
I mean, Darren Ward come across on the cover from Danny Shittu. That was a Millwall centre-half pairing 3 or 4 years ago, to be fair. So they do have the plus point. Some of these players have played together, and it is shown by the way they're moving it about, to be fair. They don't. No, I can compare it to the fan game earlier on, and you can just see the difference between professionals and amateurs.
Yeah, I think you could probably argue between someone who's paid £100 to play and someone who's played 400 games, Harry.
Yeah, you could do. It is quite. I mean, people wouldn't like to admit that, but the F2 do come into. Are they amateurs? I don't know how you describe the F2 boys. I know they're obviously YouTube famous, but I am. I'm not one of the kids. I'll be totally honest. But we've got a chance now to run at the Millwall back 4. A chance to get it wide left. Shittu comes across to cut that out. They've got time. 2 on the edge of the box. Over it, cross, and it will be out for a London Lions throw-in. Moved the ball well there.
Yeah, it's good. It's good opening 5 minutes. Yeah, from both sides, to be fair. Both teams playing a conservative game of football, I see there. Danny Shittu, a former Millwall Player of the Year, knows this ground well. We spoke to him before the game. He's happy to be back. And yeah, you're right. I mean, apart from the celebs, the pros are actually in good sort of physical shape. Sean Batt with a wonderful step over there, rolling back.
Absolutely. Gary Alexander looking a little bit bigger than when he played, but not overly pro. Not Jan Molby himself, I suppose.
He doesn't resemble the Razor Ruddock just yet.
So Tamer Hassan has apparently just given away a free kick. He doesn't agree with it himself.
But would he?
Well, again, another tackle, it goes in there. It's quite competitive, actually. I thought it'd be played in one of these sort of pre-season friendly type, end of season friendly type things, but it's competitive. The pros don't want to lose. You can tell there's pride riding on this.
Well, it's like Mark Bertram said before the game, didn't he, that the pros do take it semi-seriously. He forgets sometimes that Sean Batt losing the ball there. He tried to step over. Graham Stack, let's see if he rolls back the years in goal.
He's got to save one there. The shot goes wide.
Well wide.
Nearer the corner flag than the goal, but it's a test. Well, it should have been a test for the keeper, but it wasn't.
Still currently 0-0 at the Wonderwall Cup.
Shitu gets caught in 2 minds. Manages to recover enough for a throw-in. Mark Phillips there. Mark Phillips at right back.
He wasn't much of a centre half, was he?
Mark Phillips and Dunn run a football academy together.
Yes, indeed they do. Yeah.
They do. Yeah. I don't know if that's still going, but I know that was their plan. Anyway, ball 1 in midfield. Tamara saying again. There's a lot of shouting from the crowd, as if they weren't happy with that change. I personally didn't see anything wrong with it, but I may have a different view.
This will be quite an interesting game, as we were saying earlier on, like how competitive it is.
It's a free kick given away by the London Lions.
Because although the F2 Freestylers, I think we're referring to them as in today's commentary, may not have the experience of the pros, they definitely look like lean. They look sharp. They've got a lot of youth on their side in comparison. So this is the eternal question. This is the Rocky Balboa film of what will prevail: the youth and the sort of agility or the experience. It's an interesting game. Yeah,
I think there's a lot of youth. I mean, Tube's got a little bit about him, and he even looks like he shifted some weight himself. And I know he's a bit of a football player. He's knocked it into the midfield, trying to link up. They've got 3 or 4 players. They all seem to be playing attacking midfield roles. Shot from distance, clipped the crossbar. That was close.
And Stack was well beat there. I think he actually sort of half let it go under the impression he didn't think it was going anywhere near. But I think you could see when it clunked the crossbar, he was slightly shocked.
It didn't quite clunk. It was more of a glaze of the crossbar. It clipped the top sort of the old-fashioned stanchion, shall we say. But yeah, that was close. Sean batting round the corner now. And gone off for a goal kick to F2. Just looking across onto the touchline now, we've got Mark Bircham in deep conversation with Rocket. Words I never thought I'd say, but we do. What would you think? He's happy with the first 5-10 minutes, or would you say that they need to make their experience pay early on? But they do seem to be. I mean, Danny Shittu's just walked into midfield. Be worried about the way that they seem to be finding a lot of space, the F2.
Yeah, no, they do. It's as you said earlier on. I mean, by this time last year, I think it was about sort of like 2-2 or 3-2. You can tell this is definitely a step up in quality compared to last year. With all respect to last year's squads, but there's some nice football playing about it. I mean,
that's a great pull out of defence there by Danny Shittu. Bats tried to find Alexander. Cuts inside, ball back into the middle. Tamara San just in front. Yeah, it was unlucky.
No, it was a very lovely little link-up move there. Like, again, rolling back the years, and this is possibly the type of football you may see it like a sort of reasonably good like non-league standard at the moment.
Yeah.
And again, that's no disrespect to the pros. That's actually a compliment to say that even in their aging years, that they're still knocking the ball around good enough that most teams would struggle to compete with.
Danny Shittu's just brought the ball out again. He's fantastic on the ball. I forgot how good he was, if that makes sense. But it's well battled there. Mark Beard battled. He's given a free kick away again. Just think maybe they've got a little bit of pace about them, the F2.
Yeah, they're doing it early on already, but as you'd expect, the London Lions.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, the London Lions. They are certainly using the ball a lot more to do the work rather than running a bit more. It'll be interesting to see soon. Shittu's playing well. He looks in good shape. A nice cut out there, to be fair. But I'm surprised that it's actually not Waldy who's doing more of the ball work or the running work, should I say. But Phillips again there has tried, but again that's a pass that maybe a few years ago we got in the end of. Yeah,
I think they might lack a steadying hand in the midfield. We don't have a ball playing player for the Lions, for the London Lions rather in the midfield. So when they tried to spread that play there, they were a little bit more open. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Oof, it's a harsh tackle there, nutmeg on Sean Bat.
Sean Batt laughing off his nutmeg there. He's probably nutmegged a few in his time. Sean Batt has been at a number of clubs. Leighton Orient. He's also been at.
He was at Barnet with Stacky, wasn't he?
He was at Barnet Stack. He was at Crawley Town as well. So he's been at some clubs. He's got a good little pedigree about him in the lower leagues. Good player, Sean Batt. It was just a shame about that injury in the pre-season, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It sort of curtailed his Millwall career. Mark Phillips now with the ball at his feet. Tamer Sam found out here on the right hand side. Done well there. Kept that in. Knocked it back inside. Beard.
See, there's an example there of the ball doing the work. Phillips has played a lovely ball into the midfield to Rocket. It's funny with. Was that Rocket? Yeah, that is.
No,
Rocket.
it's not Rocket.
Phillips to Beard, but just the pace on the ball's completely taken the F2 out of the game. Nice bit of move there, and now it's the London City Lions with the
corner. And I'll tell you what. Well, they've decided to leave 3 up. 3 F2 players have been left up to play, and they've taken a short one, which for me is a ridiculous idea to leave to take a short corner when you've got Danny Shittu and Darren Ward going to attack the corner. He still managed to make that a good ball, even though they look quite annoyed. They've got to try and take him on. Mark Phillips has got turned inside out there, not for the first time in his career. And I'm sure. And no, Casey Palmer as well. The F2 keeping the ball. When they go forward, they do look, again, the game has changed over years. Well done, Mark Phillips, and a kick out there. In a normal game, I'm sure that would be a yellow card, but as it's all for charity, and they're all friends. I think they are all friends. No one's told me anything different. We'll let that go. Lions with the ball. Keep going to call them the Lions rather than London Lions. London Lions, Darren Ward in an unfamiliar position of left midfield.
Nice burst of pace from Gary Alexander there, and he's got the ball back. Nice deep cross into Tam Hassan.
And it was over it, to be fair.
So deep, I think it hit someone in the 4th row of, what's that, block 10?
I think that is block 10 down there. I hope his boy ain't watching.
No, indeed. Don't repeat that one, George.
Yeah. Or maybe do, but he might not talk to you for a week afterwards.
No, indeed.
F2 again. It's all about the movement. They've gone 4 at the back. It's all about trying to find the number 10, number 9 for the F2 boys.
F2 boys, obviously, as we know, are the social media darlings. They've got, over 1.5 billion views on YouTube and over 1 million subscribers as well. So, they've got an audience. They know what they're doing, obviously. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching them.
I remember watching them with Tim Cahill last season do recreating his famous goal against, was it Holland that he scored the goal in the World Cup, right, the volley? Which I thought was goal of the tournament that time round. What about you?
No, indeed, I do. But also another comment on Tubes. We need to remember as well, this isn't probably one of his finer moments in his career. He was a multiple member of the Soccer AM dance-off. So
he was with Rocket. Yeah.
He can perform under pressure if he needs to.
Yeah, he can.
Rocket being the multiple winner of the dance-off over the years. So there's bragging rights on both sides.
There is. Danny Shittu's just absolutely shielded the ball with his usual grace and decorum. Just one arm strong-handed him off, and that's a sight that you never grew tired of seeing at the Den, did you?
No, indeed, and to be fair, lucky to win a free kick in my opinion. Yeah? I thought it was 50-50, especially in a charity game.
I think it's more 70-30 when Danny's involved in a shoulder barge. But yeah, they're bringing it. Well, one back. London Lions in a positive position. We choose to shoot. Step over. Shoots. Just over the bar.
Yeah. Arguably could have played the ball out wide to Tamer Hassan, who's now on that right winger role, the Ronaldo/Bale-esque position that Hassan finds himself in. He's now realised that and run back.
I think he's trying to stop. It was to try and stop the short ball. They like to play out from the back. They're not going long. They've realised that Danny Shittu is not the person to be trying to be beaten in the air.
Yeah. Also, as well with Mark Bircham, we have
comes a chance for the F2. Big shot, stack, big palm, and catches.
Big palm.
The second attempt.
I was just touching on there that it's good to see the assistant manager, Mr. Aaron Paul of Radio 5 Live, giving Rocket advice what he needs to do. I'm not sure if it's advice on media or advice on football.
I'd suggest suggest the latter, but I'm not too sure. Aaron's got some strange views on football, so.
Yeah, there is an argument on the former. Gary Alexander, they run onto the ball, arguably offside. The referee's, the linesman's flag does go up.
Linesman's flag, yeah.
It's taken about a week for the referee to notice there.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, the referees are from. I was speaking to them earlier on. They're from the Kent Football Association, who have kindly decided to ref this game for us. So congratulations to them. Thank you very much. And the F2 boys have the ball now as they bring it forward, and it's a chance for the F2 inside. Cuts inside, tries to go up against Shitu, and again, you can't go 50-50 with Danny Shitu. It just doesn't work. They're trying to isolate him on pace, and I don't think that's necessarily going to happen. Darren Wall gets the ball from Graham Stack, rolling back the ears into the midfield. It's Palmer. The London Lions, of course, have done the favourable thing of putting names on their shirts. Darren Ward, the ball across the back four to Danny Shitu, looking for the gap in the space. There's static men up front and no real movement in midfield.
Sums up Millwall's season, and people have played down here at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. That was a. Oh, there's a nutmeg on one of the F2 boys.
That'll lose some subscribers.
That'll go down well.
I wonder if that'll be on YouTube.
Back goes through the middle. Out wide to Tamara San, who can't trap the ball, unfortunately.
I wonder what's in that green juice he had.
Substitution for your London Lions coming off. Number 8, Mark Beard, and coming on, Sucker and Joe's Rocket.
A rocket on for Mark Beard.
He's got big shoes to fill there, but to be fair to Rocket, most shoes that you'd have to fit into are big.
I'm sure he'll love that. Who else we got standing there? I can't wait for Samba to come on.
Cherno Samba, the champ manager legend, if you will.
He was superstar. They've played the ball in. Stat comes out and reads that very, very well. They tried to get him around the back of Shitu then, and Stat read the danger well, come out, cleared his lines, and the ball's back with the F2.
Graham Stack, remember as well, towards the end of his career when he was at Barnet, you know, he ended up in the conference, but was one of the members of the squad who gained promotion a few years back. So he knows how to be on a winning side, a promotion-winning team, if you will.
Was at Arsenal as well.
Indeed, he won the FA Youth Cup with Arsenal, if I'm not mistaken. I can't see how that was offside. Darren Wood looked like he was playing him on there from up here.
Not quite in line with the play, in all honesty, but yeah, I understand. I thought it was tight. Stat with the ball again. Now, it's been few in the words of goal-scoring chances. We were when we were doing our predictions before the game, we were hearing score predictions of 8 and 7s. Obviously, there's still time. It seems to be a little bit of needle creeping in.
But
last couple of minutes.
But it's also it's not been a bad game, to be fair. There's been some good football, passing the ball around nicely, some good movements. It's not been too static. You've seen some ideas. Shitu there with a big hoof.
Just as you were talking about, there's been some ideas and some nice football.
Yes, indeed. Unless that was a shot, like he tried a few years ago.
I would like to see one of them 40-yard screamers. I think the crowd would very much enjoy one of those. Anyway, the F2 now coming with the ball through midfield. Still with the ball. They've got really no one to hit. That's the only problem. When they get it out wide, I don't think they're going to have much chance to swing the ball in. Rocket picks the ball up. Back to Danny Shitu. And Wald. There's so much space. Mark Phillips wins the ball under pressure. Phillips again through the centre. Going on a runner. Oh, he's gone through him. Surely got to be a yellow card, referee.
It's a free kick.
It's a free kick in a dangerous position. It's got to be I mean, in any normal game, that would be a yellow card.
Oh, you'd be looking at a card of some kind. I'm surprised that we've got the Kent officials there who haven't actually stuck to the rules that they are meant to govern, if you will.
Are they real or are they Kent Wall?
Answers on the back of a postcard, yeah. It looks like Shitu is stepping up for this one.
There's four F2 boys having a rather heated conversation about positionally where they should be and how they should get the ball. Obviously, they've got their own media team here.
Indeed.
A video in the game, so I'm sure it'll be on their YouTube channel as well. There's a bit of a debate over this of whether Gary Alexander will hit this, obviously the scorer of the greatest ever goal at Wembley, or Danny Shitter will hit this.
Rocket's in a position where the sun is bouncing beautifully off that bald patch, so he's looking like he's going to go. Alexander puts it in, and it's well held by the goalkeeper there.
Just clipped ahead on the way through, I think, but yeah, it took a little bit of the pace off it. But now the F2 a chance to break as everyone's come forward. They shift the ball wide, back inside. And they've stretched the play well here. They've got a man over on the left-hand side there if they can find him. They can. Shittu's been stood up. They've crowded him out a little bit. Danny Shittu with a block. Darren Wald wins the 50-50. And away we go. Palmer with a break. Into the midfield. Alexander. Battled off the ball there.
Sorry,
and then
just a second there. Darren Wald just showing the sort of calm and composure that he had when he was in his time down here.
Substitution for London Lions, place number 14, Tamer Hassan, is number 17, the Den's very own Cherno Samba.
So Tamer Hassan off for Cherno Samba.
Now, interestingly, Tamer Hassan there clapped the applause from the crowd, but was that for the champ manager legend? Do we know?
I think it was. Personally, myself, I think the substitutions will be telling in this game because I think the F2 have a lot more. Which, you know, when you're an ex-pro and you've, been finished for a couple of years, a chance, and he's missed it. He's missed it. There was a mistake there by Darren Wald, which fell to the number. I'm not too sure what number that was. Number 9 for the F2, and unfortunately, he couldn't finish it. I thought it was a save from Stack originally, but given there's a goal kick. So Ward with the ball now, brings it over to Danny Shitter. So that was just a reminder to the London Lions that although they have been in control, I think the offside was given for Gary Alexander, not for Sean Batt. So the F2 will have another chance. I think the referee was quite happy to put the flag up there quite early. He waited till Alexander touched it, but he never actually touched it. So I suppose it's when they become active is when they go to the ball, I think is the rule.
Yeah,
it's right. That confusing part of that rule.
It's starting to get a bit overcast now here, but it's a still good atmosphere, still nice little family feel to it. And I have to say as well, even though the top tier of the stand isn't open, it's still a great turnout for today's game. Yeah,
looking at it down there, it's sort of, I'd say the bottom tier is 3/4 full. That's not a bad turnout at all for a bank holiday. And that's Palmer losing out. We've got 2 Palmers on. We've got a 7 and a 2. One's T Palmer and one's Palmer.
Yeah, and I believe Patsy Palmer is in attendance.
Oh, Michael. So we've got a chance now for basically F2. I'll tell you what, I've been a little bit disappointed.
They're waiting for their moment. I think this is interesting how you can see, because even though the more experienced players with the football head, they seem to be the ones playing more like the amateurs in the sense that they're attacking more. It's the F2 who are actually standing off the ball, and they're the ones who are sort of waiting, like a ball like that for Tubes, like you obviously wait there. That's a lovely pass through.
Yeah.
Waldy's put it out for a corner there, but it's the tactics seem to be that it's the F2 who are waiting for the moment rather than the pros, which is certainly an interesting tactic.
Yeah.
Short corner taken there.
And an offside straight from the corner. See, do they have names on their kits and they're just very, very small? And I can't see them. This will be of no interest to anyone who's not watching this live.
I can't see the names on the back of the F2 kit.
So yep. So next season that can be a next season that must be requested for the kits.
Indeed, nice little 1-2 there between Rocket and Palmer. Rocket and Palmer, that sounds like an 80s band, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. The switch is on if Waldy can find it. It's gone through the middle. Samba's taken that down. Lovely.
Touch, that.
A bat. Oh, it was unlucky. It's unlucky there from Bat. They've clipped the ball forward and it's a 4-on-2. And they've recovered a little bit. They've still got possession. The F2 will go forward. Cut inside. Darren Ward away. Calmly under pressure there. Finds Sean Bat. Rocket Samba gets rolled. Chases that down. Unlucky. Back to the F2 keeper. Choose picks it up. Playing slightly deeper than what you'd normally expect to see him, wouldn't you say, Michael?
No, indeed, yeah. Tube's obviously waiting for the moments. He's playing quite box to box, I have to say. It's just unfortunately taking him a while to get between the boxes, if you will. Normally, box to box is a few seconds. It's taking him about a quarter of an hour. But he's getting there, he's trying.
Shot from long range. Will that be given as a corner? It will. It's at deflection. See down there on the bench now, you can see Tamara Sands come to speak to Mark Bircham to give him some words of wisdom.
I wonder what they would be, acting or football.
I'm not sure, presumably football. As
we're hoping football.
Yeah, at this precise time. Yeah, it's interesting. I think it's a big moment in the game. They've got to make their chances count, the F2. So they haven't made many. Good clearance.
The F2 though in the last, I'd say 5-10 minutes, are looking the more likely to get something from this game. I mean, there's not been anything too clear cut, too concrete, if you will, apart from like the chance to hit the bar. But they definitely seem to be the ones who are spending a bit more in the opponent's half. Yeah,
absolutely. I think that the two styles of play will be based going forward on who's got more legs. F2 are chance to cross, take down in a box. Danish Shitu half clears. Wall just tries to flick that away. Shitu clears it away.
What is nice to see as well, I know this is obviously
it's another corner.
A fundraising game, so you know it doesn't have the intensity of a league game, but it's nice to see sort of balls going into the box being brought down in the box and people like having that touch in positions when normally you wouldn't see them trying to bring the ball down and have a go.
Yeah, it's more relaxed than sort of a league game. Yeah, I agree. So again, another chance to swing one in. They went front post this last time. They've gone back post this time. Header back towards goal. It's in. It's a goal for the F2. Oh, he's given a foul. Or is he giving the goal? He's giving the goal.
And it's 1-0 to the F2.
The F2 are winning 1-0.
Someone actually from the F2 scored it.
And we believe it was an F2 freestyler who scored. That will put those subscribers back that they lost when they were turned 20 minutes ago.
It will do.
I believe it was Jez, from what I've been expertly told.
Oh,
here.
so Jez managed to score. I think Darren Wald is complaining to the referee. I'm not too sure what about, but Darren Wald is not happy. So Palmer will bring it forward for London Lions, who of course are the reigning champions of the Wonderwall Cup, won last year. And they don't want to leave that chance now. They've got to be careful for the next 5 or 10 minutes. The F2, I feel, will grow in confidence from that. And back with a chance now to run. Samba takes that down well. Palmer with the chance. Inside twice. And over the bar. So with the score being 1-0 now, I feel like, yeah, Darren Wald's still not happy. You can hear him barking complaints advice. Well, it's not really complaints of advice, but snippets of advice for his teammates. He's not happy at all about that goal. I mean, from what I remember, I feel like it was his man that he lost, or was it?
It seemed to be, yeah. It definitely was a defensive error, which has been quite a shame, because I think defensively the London Lions, who are they playing free at the back? It seems like they are at the moment, doesn't it? They're I think they've been pretty strong. There's a nice through ball there. Shitu again is just showing that he's still got, you know, some pace if needs be. And ball back inside, but I think.
Oh, Mark Phillips has misread the ball, and it's a chance. Great save by Graham Stack.
And again, curse of the commentator as always. As soon as you say someone's playing well, they have a bit of a stinker there. I was just saying that the defence are pretty good, and then there was an error. Lucky it's not 2-0.
Very lucky. There's an inevitability about the growingness of the F2 right now, and
good turn.
It's a fantastic turn. He's giving them advantage, and he's going to bring it back. But I don't know whether or not that was a snedge too early, because the 4 was free round the back, so it'll be a chance. It'll be a chance now for the F2 from near on 20-25 yards out to basically have a chance to make this 2-0, and whilst making it 2-0, putting the game very much in doubt, because chances so far have been few and far between. But there will be a chance now for the F2 to double their lead. Graham Stack arranging his wall. Got a chance for a short one maybe on the left hand side, on the right hand side here for the 4. It's been let go by Sean Batt slightly. Stands over it to hit it over the bar. So yeah, they'll be recovered the ball a lot better. We've decided to change the ball, so we've gone to a different ball.
I think that's what the problem was there, Harry. It wasn't the fact that that Mark Phillips let his man through and they nearly scored. It was the ball. So there you are.
Yep, I'd agree. Phillips, what a lovely bit of skill there by Phillips. Alexander, he's unlucky. His touch just slightly let him down, but they've managed to pressure themselves to win a throw-in. Alexander wants to take it quickly. Alexander with a chance to cross the ball inside to Palmer. Palmer will shift it wide to Rocket. It goes to Darren Wald. Then to Palmer. Back to another Palmer. It'll be a free kick for London Lions. Short one quickly taken. Palmer through the middle. Sold Danny Shittle a bit short, but he managed to do it all right. Trimo Samble with a chance, turn and shot, unlucky. A big clearance upfield. Darren Wald's got time, takes that down nicely, knocks it into midfield, and Palmer will bring the ball again out wide, back. Chance maybe to get the ball into the middle. Alexander waits. Stands up 2 men, round the outside. Inside, rolled back by Alexander, brought down in the box. It's a penalty.
Yeah, definite penalty there. The F2 aren't happy there, but you saw as soon as the play was committed, that's classic Sean Batt and Alexander. Classic Millwall Johnston Paints trophy moment from 2008. This is only going to end one way. Goal.
Alexander with the ball to step up. Now that was an intelligent play there. That was just a little bit of he bought that foul, Sean Batt. He knew exactly what was going to happen, and from all what I saw there, the F2 are not happy. But there was contact in the box. Yes, the ball had gone slightly, but it wasn't over the top rolled away, and it was a foul. So Alexander now with a chance to level us up at 1 apiece. The F2 goalkeeper with a chance to make a name for himself. Alexander scores. 1-1.
London Lions goal scorer, number 10, Gary Alexander.
Gary Alexander there. Let's not forget his first goal for Millwall was a penalty against Brighton on Boxing Day in his first season after a huge goal drought. After his first goal against Saudi Arabia, I believe it was in the Unity and Community Cup. That just made us go back down memory lane there, didn't it, Harry?
I think it was against it was against Sierra
Leone.
Leone.
Apologies.
Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone.
Apologies for let's just say he scored a penalty.
Yeah, he scored a penalty once.
Yeah.
There we go.
So there we are. So rolling back the years, Mr. Alexander.
So it will be 1-1. Contentious decisions for both goals, both not clear-cut finishes, shall we say. Both moaning and groaning from both sets of defences. So they are taking it seriously.
Yeah, no, exactly. You can tell. I mean, I really can't see, not saying this as a sort of home fan who's watching a team of ex-Millwall players, but I can't really see what much argument there was with the penalty. Back came into the box, he had the touch. If he wasn't fouled, he was away and through on goal. So I can't really see what the complaint was. Yeah,
there is. I also have realised that, as I said before, the F2... Palmer's legs in the midfield are a massive advantage for the London Lions. The move started from him winning the ball back, to be honest, and knocking it wide, which really, that's a bit of pace. That first time they've shown any kind of pace to the London Lions. The rest of it's been quite stodgy, past the ball. But now, I think they've realised they're in a game, the London Lions, and the pros are warming up now, shall we say. It's had 20 minutes to get the rust off, and now we're into it.
Alexander there in their familiar position of left wing.
Substitution for London Lions coming off. Soccer Joe's Rocket. And coming on, Danny Rose / Aziz Iobi.
Okay, so...
well, Rocket's just come off there. I mean,
Rocket's come off.
I mean, to be fair, going back to the Soccer AM glory days, if you will. He only really performed for about 45 seconds during the dance-off, so to get anything more than a minute from Rocket today was a blessing, really. So it's good to see him put in a performance.
I'd agree. I'd also agree that the F2 have made, to my knowledge, 0 subs so far. I don't know how many subs are allowed to make. No one was really clear on that to me earlier on. That was a question I forgot to ask. Did you manage to ask that one, Michael?
No, but with the roll and roll off way of friendly football and the fact that half of the London Lions team probably are, the average age is probably in the 40s, I'd say they've probably allowed a few more than your standard 3.
Personally, myself, I'm quite enjoying seeing Aaron Paul on the front of the Millwall home technical area there.
No, indeed. He has a look of like an Andy Frampton to him when Andy Frampton was on the coaching staff.
Yeah, he does. I could see him being the media correspondent here.
No, indeed. Yes. Wonderful media darling is Mr. Paul.
F2 a chance now, played it off his back. Stack reads it. It's going to go anywhere. It's a chance for a goal. Stack's got to get back to his net. Still a chance to finish it. Well clearance by Phillips. Is he giving a penalty? He's giving a penalty to say he's... Oh, is he? What? No, I'm confused here. The referee has pointed to the
referee's spotters. Given a penalty?
He's given a penalty for that?
Yeah, because...
Even though Mark Phillips' arm seemed to be to the side of him?
Yeah, I thought he...
Yeah, it hit his hand.
So, another penalty. This one for handball. And now, obviously, I'd love to see a replay of that, but we don't have that feature today, unfortunately. So, a chance to make it 2-1. Out of nothing, really. So...
I have to say that was a random decision.
I think he was a little bit unsighted. Stack had a great reputation of saving penalties. He didn't save that one.
And there's boos around the stadium. Is it the boos for the score or the boos for the decision?
I think it was boos for the celebration, which was to clap the non-existent fans behind the goal.
Oh, indeed.
So yeah, I'm not too sure. There's a little bit of needle underneath this.
Goal for F2 scored by number 10, Jason.
I I'm not sure who scored that. Did the microphone cut out, or is that a cool nickname?
I think it was Jez is his name, I think.
Right, okay.
So Jez scored.
He shrugged the shoulders there, but let's be honest, that was an horrendous tackle.
The referee, to be honest,
even the cameraman has shrugged his shoulders there.
I'm not being funny or anything. I do think the referee might have to show a token yellow card to calm this down a little bit. There's been a couple of changes flown in that are a bit near the mark, shall we say. These people have jobs to go to, I'm sure. Takedown. Was unlucky with the touch. It's another chance. High foot, surely. Corner. The F2 are, I mean, you can hear the moaning. There's a few less people here. I've never really had this phenomenon at the Den. You can physically hear the players moaning about every single decision.
Every single challenge so far. It reminds me of an away game when I was at Walsall a few years ago and David Ford was moaning throughout the game. But to be fair, I'd have been moaning if I was stood in a pair of shorts in Walsall.
Yeah, I would be. So here we go, a chance to break from the F2. Jez takes it down. He's laid it back. They've still got a 3-on, it'll be 3-on-4 now.
Now, interestingly, Mark Bircham said to us before the game that he wants to become a number one. Would this be an audition of types for Bircham?
I'd guess he'd argue that he's only working with a team that he's getting to work with.
I think it also depends what the score will be.
Yeah, I'd agree. There seems to be a lot of moaning going on. There's a back post unmarked. Ward takes it away from him. Tries to chop inside. Palmer clears. Tubes for a chance. Lays it wide. Shifting back inside again. Can shoot from distance. Closed down and shot. Shitu with time. Misreads the ball, then heads it down nicely.
Basically his whole Millwall career there.
Yeah, in 30 seconds. Alexander with a chance. Wins the ball well. Back with a chance to run, to go again. He has done. He's beaten another man. He's beaten another man again. Crossed goal. Unlucky by Sean back there.
Very well played there, actually. I thought there was a couple of chances where he may have lost that, but no. Well played, Sean. Well played the Batman.
I think the Batman had about 6 attempts there of being fouled, all of them fouled to foul him.
Yes, indeed.
It's alliteration. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think Bat always struck me during his Millwall time as a player with great promise, and just that injury ruined the momentum he had at his time. And it's good to see him still being able to play. I remember a couple of years ago, Richard Sadlier come down here and could barely walk. Due to his injury, it really has blighted his life in a way. So, yeah, it's nice to see that from that bad injury he's been able to. He played on. He managed to have a career elsewhere and seems quite happy with life. So, yeah, good on Sean Bat, and that was a fantastic run. And so's that by Casey Palmer. Is it Casey Palmer? I'm not too sure, but by Palmer, it's laid the ball back. Bat in space with a chance to shoot. Never one of his strong suits, the 25-yard screamers. So 2-1 to the F2.
It certainly is an entertaining game so far, Harry. I have to say, I'm enjoying this one. Sounded a bit like Frank Bruno there, Harry, didn't I? But no, certainly an entertaining fixture.
Could do a few ball boys behind the goal, though.
Yeah, I was literally just going to say that. I don't think that's the type of thing that the F2 are used to, getting their own footballs.
Maybe they are in park football.
Possibly.
It's been a long time since I played park football, mate, to know the standard. It's great switch of play.
Lovely ball.
What will he do with it when he gets there? Nice little chip in. No one in the box, though. It's a great idea. No one read it.
That's
half time. Dean as well, who is...
He looks a bit like, who's the blonde fella in Fight Club? Jared Leto. It might be him.
I doubt it, but I mean, we can call him it until we can see his name on the back and he turns away.
We'll just call him Jared Leto.
Number 15 from now on. So Samba up front. Batman's... Is Bat still on? Bat's still on. So the F2 with time now to bring the ball forward as we go away. Mark Phillips still playing right back.
I think it looks like we've had a change in the F2 as well. I'm led to believe. We will check. Tubes is still out there. Good to
Tubes
see
is
as
still
well.
out there.
It's nice through. Oh, lovely through ball. Lovely through ball.
It's round on the cover, the number 19.
Number 9.
Well, 19's covering number 9.
Oh, right, yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. So, oh, he's managed to get out of there. Oh.
Oh, that could have been very nice. That was a nice little bit of play
It's a
there.
nice little bit of play there. Shitu come across on the cover and does what Shitu does. And Morley now with a chance. Is it Morley, number 15?
Indeed, yep, Morley, you're right.
Morley
yeah.
with a chance to bring the ball forward, which he did, over into opposing territory. Garton now with a chance to move. Millwall found himself with a nice back heel into Palmer.
Yep, his fame there, Morley, is he is the entrepreneur behind the famous burger shops you see down Southwark Park Road.
Ah, okay.
He's not, but it's the only thing I could think of his name. So
That was good.
Yeah, but we'll go with that.
We'll stick with that. Star Burger.
Yes, indeed. Not many places do a double panda.
That's true.
Morley's do.
Meanwhile, with a chance to bring the ball forward, number 12 for the F2, 4 into Jez up front. Now, oh, that was a nice touch there. They seemingly have settled. Now they've got a lead. Now, would they be the same if they were chasing the game?
I think, to be fair, the F2, I'm actually very impressed with their composure and how they're not, as I said in the first half, they're not rushing into anything. I know we're only in opening seconds of the second half, but again, it's a very well-rounded performance by the F2. You can see why they have their own YouTube channel about football. They obviously know the rules of the game very well and know when to attack. There's some nice little one-touch football there. You know, they know when to lay off the pass. He's in space here, nothing silly. 2-1 up. Making the London Lions do the work.
They really are knocking the ball about well now, and they've got a ball on the edge of the box there.
And also, can we have a mention to Brown and Mills for the shirt sponsorship?
Phillips has got Danny Shittu's just moaned. I've not really seen Danny Shittu moan for a lot.
Free kick to the F2 here, just on the touchline. Looks like it's going to be an in-swinger with the right foot. But not many to aim for in the box, though, to be fair, are there?
That's true.
And it goes out for a goal kick.
I think they've been very, very defensively strong, the London Lions, in the sense of players. Whereas they don't really have a lot of midfield strength, a lot of midfield depth. They also don't have a lot of midfield pace. Whereas the F2 do, and now we've gone. Have they gone to a 4? They've gone and matched up a 4-4-2 compared to the 4-3-3 that were playing in the first half.
Yeah, I'll let you be the one that tells Johnny Garton there's not much strength in the midfield.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you know what I mean. And so did you, Johnny. Hopefully.
Please, Johnny.
yeah. That's what happens when you have such colourful characters in the world of boxing.
Mark Phillips with a throw. Palmer being caught out there. He's done quite well
to recover. Fantastically well. I thought for a second there the F2 would have been in, and it's now a chance for the London Lions to break into Sean Batt, who's turned his way into trouble. Cut down by Tubes. Samba will chase, or trot after, not really chase, but cut the angle down, which has been cut down by Alexander with a chance to score. Misses.
Do. What on earth was that?
That wasn't quite the finish that he put on at Wembley.
No, if honest, it wasn't. I mean, what was he, 10 yards out there? Shouldn't even a retired pro should hit the target from there.
He absolutely shanked that. So there's seemingly some
Yeah, do you know what? I'm sorry to keep going over it, but I'm surprised. I don't know what Gary Alexander was doing there.
Well, what he wasn't doing was scoring. He's already got one. You would have thought you might get another, but the big chance here is that
Space is in
absolute ping that was. The F2 a ball in the middle, no one there. And Phillips will either have time to bring the ball away or it'll be a goal kick. It'll be a goal kick. And it won't be long. There's going to be another substitution. Gary Alexander is going to be subbed off.
Oh, it wasn't that bad an effort.
For
someone very young.
Oh, is this F2 Tex?
Yeah, it looks like
yeah,
it. Yeah,
it is, yeah. So this is across party lines.
No, indeed. Indeed. Oh, and now the F2 is some subs themselves.
So breaking play here where we get some subs. So Palmer with a chance to run. It's a nice little speed merchant. It's gone out wide to Bat. Bat with a chance to cut inside. Does again. Brought down on the edge of the box. No. What? I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be impartial here, but that definitely wasn't a dive. That definitely was a foul. Chance now for Shoya to cross it in. Pinged it back stick. It's been put back into... Oh, he's gone over the advertising holdings. Is that Danny Shittu? Yeah. That was Danny Shittu going over the advertising holdings.
To be fair, with the size of Danny Shittu, the advertising holdings probably come off second best.
Well, he can't... Well, they stayed there. I was surprised they didn't go... It's not a Shittu-sized hole in them.
That's what we do.
That's not a foul.
That was a foul. So across, a good opportunity now for the F2 to get, for the London Lions rather, to get back on level terms with the F2. They've loaded the box up, Shittu's forward, Wald and Phillips have stayed back this time. Cross in, it's got flicked on, oh, that's going to be a corner.
And Jared Leto looks like he's going to take.
Morley this time. That'll be a big chance now. Keeper's come for it and claims. It was well done there by the keeper. So now her break. The keeper hasn't really had a lot to do for the F2, considering other than the keepers haven't had a lot to do other than pick the ball out the back of their nets from two penalties, and they're through. Just offside.
It's another tight one, though. Very tight.
Very, very tight. One.
That's one thing as well. I mean, from the pros and the F2, what's good to see is that like they're not like sort of 20 yards offside or 15 yards offside, which you expect in these games. Some of the offsides are reasonably close. I mean, that was another example there where on another day, if the linesman wasn't directly in line, he possibly could have given that.
Yeah, I agree. Be another chance now. Oh, he's been pulled down in a box. I'm not too sure what the accusation there was by Samba, but he was pulled down in a box there. The F2 brings the ball forward. Clearance away. And again, it was unlucky from the F2 there. They had a chance. They've given the ball back in midfield. Great tackle there. They've got 3-on-2 here. A chance volley over the bar. So a foul there. Game sort of just lost a little bit of its tempo.
Indeed, yeah.
They have got a chance though.
Just they've lost a little bit of their way on the midfield. And anyway, Sean Batt is through. Samba now with a chance. Picks it up in the left wing position. I normally played him Cam, to be honest. He's picked the ball up, puts the ball back across. Not quite good enough. So the F2 play the ball out from the back. Inside, across their back four. Another chance for them to maybe go and push and get a third goal. They've got an overlap here. They've got a lot of space now across their back four. Excuse me. Loads of space in the midfield here. F2 have worked this well. F2 with a chance to cross the ball in. Choose not to. Inside. Another pass. Mark Phillips there with a challenge. And brings the ball away. It's been taken down now and plays Sean Batt. Samba, Garton brings the ball forward. And look at that for a ball that's spread.
Sean Batt in space there, cutting inside on his right foot. Keeper punches.
Parried away. Another one, and Batt again, grab another chance.
Lovely step over there by Sean Batt.
Great
save, goalkeeper. Really good save.
There's two saves in almost the time that it takes to say it, and both of those chances, you know, are good quality saves. I said earlier on that the keepers haven't had a lot to do other than picking the ball out the back of their nets, and that is offside. Ooh. That was tight. They will finish it, but it was offside. A lot of the children here are supporting the F2.
No, indeed. I would like to have seen him get booked for playing on after the whistle was blown there.
What a touch that was. Oh!
Now he's won the ball there, and let's be honest, let's do the classic cliche, a few years ago, that probably wouldn't have been a foul.
I mean, I audibly just broke everyone who was listening to that's ears with my ooh, because that looked nasty, and it was nasty. I mean, very, very lucky to get away with not... I mean, there are no cards clearly in this game, because I would have seen... You'd have seen one or two given, but... yeah, very lucky to not end up seriously injured from that tackle, to be fair.
Yeah, and he shrugged it off well. And to be fair to him, he didn't make a meal of it, did he? Like when he went down.
Darren Ward with a chance. Darren Ward with a chance at goal. Oh. And ball surely not given.
Now, interestingly, there was the handball in the first half that was given, which I don't think was any worse than that one.
No, true. He's done well there to still win that Palmer. He's gone away from him like he's standing still as well. He's played Samba in, offside.
Cherno Samba there showing why he had so many points and was such a vital signing during the champ manager days, rolling back the years of 82 fitness or whatever it was.
He had the stat was that they went out of 20 and he had 20 finishing and 20 control 20 technique, like he could go to that level, and Man United would always try and sign him.
Indeed.
Straight away.
Yeah.
14, 15 million quid, which back then was like 100 million now.
And he showed his worth every penny there with that move.
I personally thought he was a poor man's Kevin Braniff.
Yeah, I can't answer that.
F2 with the ball going forward now into midfield. So if we had a little bit of a change of formation, we're still 4-4-2 from London Lions. The F2, I'm not sure what they're playing. I don't know if they know what they're playing at the moment. They've gone to a 3 at the back system. So they 3-4. What are they? 3-4.
It's a 3-5-2 with a pentagonal shape in the midfield.
Does look that way. Palmer's been caught out there.
Or is it a 3-4-1-2 possibly they're playing?
Oh, he's got away. He's got away from 2 change, pulls the ball back across goal. Oh, and he's missed a chance at the back post to make it 3-1 and game over. Sawyer now with a chance. Morley. Sawyer again. It's just nice football, keeping the ball.
Nice little 1-2s there.
They've dragged everyone out. They've had time for Johnny Garton to get forward. Garton probably going to shoot here, I'd imagine. Samba trying to set himself. Unlucky. He's won the ball there. The referee will blow up surely. Oh, it's been deflected.
Oh.
Unlucky.
Now, if that would have gone in, what would have been the bigger achievement? British welterweight champion or scoring in the Wonderwall Cup?
I think scoring in the Wonderwall Cup. I mean...
There's certainly an argument for both.
There is indeed. There's a few tired legs out there now. There's a lot more space suddenly turning up. Wouldn't you say?
No, indeed.
So, the F2 bring the ball forward now. It's a big, deep ball. Mark Phillips cuts it out. And Graham Stack picks up the ball and gives it out to Sawyer again with time and space. Morley as well, brings the ball into an attacking position, finds Garton. Oh, nice flick there by Palmer. Bat as well. Palmer with the cut inside, lays it out wide to Pro, crossed back. Garton with a chance. It's cleared. Samba!
And it is now 2-2. Cherno Samba.
After you just said all those lovely things about him.
I was going to say, you can see why Man United did try and buy him all those years electronically.
Well, that is 2-2.
And goal for London Lions, scored by number 17, Cherno Samba.
That meant a lot to him. You could see how he celebrated that.
No, indeed. It's a lovely finish. He took it well. It's good to see also he didn't get those luminous yellow boots dirty when he did put it away.
There's the referee's brought the referee saying to go over or whatever. There seems to be an incident. So there's a word going on between both sets of players. It's a charity game. I'm sure the referee's saying, what do you think he's saying? I think he'll be saying something along the lines of, it's a charity game, I don't want to have to send anyone off. But exactly. seemingly this has become a little bit tetchy, a little bit
shirty, if you will.
I think the F2 would like to have the Wonderwall Cup. So the dangerous time is after you've just scored, the F2 come forward. They're through on the cross now. We've got 2 men in the box. Can he keep it on? He can. Great tackle. Corner. crowd turning a little bit. So cross now in. It's low. It's gone front post. There's a chance. Palmer picks up a foul. Takes a quick free kick, not from the position. Samber's onside if he lays in. Back goes inside. Samber's still onside. Samber with a chance to free second. Back's going into the box with Sawyer. There's a runner from midfield. Samber takes it round him. The chance has gone now. And we're back into the midfield. Palmer picks the ball up. Been man of the match for me. Mark Phillips picks the ball up wide. Sawyer will try and cross it in. Stands the man up. And again with more space. He beat him 3 times. Will he ever cross the ball? It's definitely a corner. So we've been held up for a substitution. So Cherno Samba is going to be substituted for, I'm not too sure, perhaps Gary Alexander.
But Alexander went off, didn't he?
I think it's roll on roll off subs. So Gary Alexander returns back to the field. Cherno Samba is going to leave the field now. To a polite round of applause when people work that out. Samba, polite round of applause for Cherno Samba there.
Yep.
Well deserved, took his goal well. And now with a corner. I guess he's looking for Alexander. Front post. Mark Phillips was in there, but didn't get the ball. Palmer wins the ball again.
Cherno Samba is number 10, Gary Alexander.
Palmer with a chance to cross. Sawyer will cross, but keeper picks it up. So a chance now to play the ball through. 7 for the F2, picks it up. He's got bags of time and space out there. Bat's gone across to him. He's still got the ball. And carried that ball out for a goal kick to the London Lions. So 2-2. Does this go straight to penalties? Are we aware? Do we know?
I believe it may do. I believe, because I can't see them doing a
shared cup.
Doing a shared cup. Indeed, you're right there, Mr. Warren.
So nice little interchange of play. Alexander beats 2 men and gets pulled back and wins a free kick. Oh, the ref wouldn't let him take a second quick free kick, not in the right position.
No, indeed, indeed.
So Darren Wald stands over it. Knocks it inside to Sean Batt, who's now playing left wing back, is he? Palmer with the ball. Standing up his man, takes on the number 2 at the F2. 2 of F2. It's hard. Another free kick there, surely, given by the referee. It's been very, very busy, the referee. It's got very bitty.
Yeah. For a...
Oh, Bat's gone round. Bat's gone round another one. Oh, that's definitely a penalty. It's been given.
Penalty for the London Lions. Another one has been given.
Sean Batt winning the penalty. And Alexander, who's only been back on the pitch a matter of seconds, will have a chance to score. And Sean Batt has been given responsibility. Do you remember what he was like at penalties?
I do remember. Not very good.
So this can go one or 2 ways. This can go very much over the bar, bottom right, or it will go bottom left and in. Here we go. Sean Batt with a run up. Bottom left. And saved.
Well,
That was the chance. Sean Batt was never a great penalty taker. Michael said it.
Well, as the early 2000s song goes, I hate to say I told you so.
So the F2 will be buoyed by that, and they looked out on their feet, and they've come forward now with renewed vigour and energy. I think Samba's standing on the touchline there, wishing he was still on for 30 more seconds. I think he would have fancied a second.
Especially with his finishing rating on Champ Manager.
Yeah, great tackle, wins the ball. Palmer with another one. Palmer with another chance to break. And again, that was a heavy touch though. He's done all the running in the midfield for the London Lions. Look, they've got 2 on the overlap over here. Look at the space now for the professional team. Batt turns it round. Alexander steps in, keeps the ball. Darren Wald as well. The ball on the overlap. Alexander back to Wald. They're spreading the ball more and more and more. Mark Phillips and Morley combine well. Mark Phillips wins that. He's got a chance. He's tried to go by himself. He has gone by himself. Can you give that way? The referee has decided to give that way. Plays out from the back, and now the F2 will go on the counter-attack with 5 versus 4. And numbers have been regained now, with legs through the middle. Comes 9, cuts inside. Jez decides to hit a shot at Graham Stack, who stops it, and now Sawyer with a chance to bring the ball forward and go on another marauding run. Alexander down the side. Garton with a chance now. Plays it through to Sawyer. Sawyer lays it back. Unlucky. 2 will bring it away. An offside called. What's Danny Shittu complaining about? What's the matter? What are we waiting for?
I can't do it. Because it's not letting me.
What a ball that is. Stack. Palmer through there. Oh no. He's got another chance of a break. They're coming with pace now. Oh no, one read it. Stack will get there.
Darren Wald lucky there. Lucky that
Yeah.
Stack was able to see it.
It's half a yard. It's that half a yard they talk about as professionals. Batt again. Batt's been really good last 10-15 minutes. They've sort of had to double up on him now, but he's got no assistance. Alexander. Morley with a chance.
I think Sean Batt knew it was going wide there, so try to keep it in play. I think he knew because he was stood like towards the corner flag, and he managed to get a foot on it.
Now with a chance forward. Phillips has got a big hit. Shittu's been caught upfield. With a chance now. Digs it. And deflected. Takes the pace, the sting, everything out of it. Tamer Hassan has decided he's had enough. He's no more, not even in a kit anymore over there.
No, indeed. Modelling the new baseball cap, I see. Let's not forget the Batman Begins star, Tamer Hassan.
Layer Cake, The Business. He was in Football Factory as well, wasn't he? He was in a fair few films.
The Bill, back in the day.
Was he? There we go.
According to IMDb.
Oh, fair enough. There is a chance now. So Darren Moore doing things that I've never seen him do as a professional. He's managed to actually do a step over, actually drag back the ball. It's unbelievable.
Thought you meant to have a sensible haircut.
Well, that true. I had the. Did you have any of Darren Moore's haircuts?
Luckily, no.
I did. I had the cup final one, the absolute sort of semi-mullet one.
Yeah. I could see you pulling that off, mate, to be fair.
I think I wanted to pull it off by the end of it. It slowed right down there, the pace. There seems to be energy drinks being handed out. They haven't stopped for an energy drink break either.
Sean back there giving a massage to the steward.
Where the ball's hit him. Sean Batt's actually come across rather well, like a bit of a comedian today, hasn't he?
Indeed.
I saw him. Did you see him celebrate over there by doing a dive and roly-poly? It was quite good.
Still currently 2-2 in this fixture.
And we've got to be going close towards added time. Morley over on the overlap. Cuts back inside, left-footed cross towards Alexander at the back post. It's going to go all the way out of play. No, it's been kept in and it's cleared. The F2 can bring it away, but it's been won back by Bat. And another free kick. Bring it away. Handball, surely. Referee didn't see that handball. Another chance. Over.
He ignored the calls of the winger, even I heard that.
Yeah, big calls.
And he's shaking his head in disapproval as he runs away there.
So there'll be another substitution for the London Lions.
Is that Johnny Garton who's coming off?
Johnny Garton is coming on.
For the London Lions coming off. Our very own Johnny Garton coming on. Our number 9, Phoebe.
Phoebe, not the one from Friends. Stack doing the millennial goalkeeping routine of playing it out from the back.
Yep, definitely. There's another chance here. I mean, going into the last couple of minutes, what do you think? Do you think it'll be settled in normal time, or do you think we'll go to extra time and possibly penalties if there are extra time, if not straight to penalties? Oh, Morley with a chance. Morley with a chance to finish it. The goalkeeper's made 3 or 4 fantastic saves now for the F2.
And he's totally unfazed by it all, isn't he? Look, he's straight back up, straight into it. If that was me, I'd be celebrating all game.
Mark Phillips with a chance here to bring the ball away. Graham Stack's done well. The F2 come forward. Oh, will the referee blow? He's got away from it. F2 with a chance. Graham Stack with a save. What a save that was by Graham Stack. Bat brings it forward. And now the F2 clear with a hoof ball, which isn't like them. Graham Stack comes across, takes that down, plays the ball into space. Jez has put the cross in. There's a lot of always looking round. There's a very millennial thing of when you don't get a decision, it's to look round at the referee whilst on the deck, isn't it? I've just seen that twice. Yeah, we're coming towards the end of the game now. We've got no stadium clock though, which is a bit of an annoyance when you're trying to work out how long we've got to go. Another substitution for the F2, their number 5 going off. Graham Stack having a drink. Seemingly having a water break, are we? No, referee starts the game. Back with a flick round the corner, but didn't work. F2 picked the ball up through the middle. Got an overlapping runner on this left-hand side, closest to myself. Finds him now. Morley stops the ball well. Back with the time and space to run at the defender. He worked him out this time, that he wanted to shift it back in. Back with a cross. That'll be a goal kick to the F2. We'll restart the chance now. Another substitution break. So, F2 gets back underway into the midfield now. We've got an overlap on the right-hand side. It's going to be a chance now. He's got one man covering. He's knocked it across square. Darren Ward sees him out, turns and plays on. Mark Phillips, Palmer, into Sawyer. Feeney with a touch, Palmer with the legs, gets the ball now, out to Morley. Palmer, Phillips on the overlap. Another cross, keeper takes it as well. Nicely cut out there. Shittu to Wald. Phillips. A nice crossfield ball to Gary Alexander. Heads it down to Feeney. Out to Bat. Alexander. Phoebe goes across there. Bat's got to win that, doesn't. And now they're on the breakaway. A chance. Stacks come flying out of his goal. Clears it well. Another bout of substitutions now. Michael, what do you think?
It's yes, certainly getting tasty. Still 2-2. Both sides won't want to concede, but both sides still going.
For a chance now. Phillips does really well. And that will be it.